Hi, I'm Pixie. I'm a bisexual, and this is my coming out story. Well, I, I'm gonna go back a little further. I was about 12, and I kind of knew I kind of liked girls, but I didn't know, I couldn't pursue it because I wasn't, for sure. I was scared, and it went on for years and years and years, and I moved to Oregon, and I made several friends and everything. I was curious, but I was never really, gonna pursue it, because I thought it was a sin to do so. I was raised up that being gay is not cool. It's a bad thing. And one of my classmates, she we lived near each other and everything. We rode the bus and everything. Never acknowledged each other, but we always sat. I sat in the seat behind her. She sat in the seat in front of me. Didn't never really acknowledge or anything, and then just one day, I look up and I'm like, who's this person? I've never seen her before. I'm looking, trying to catch a peek of her face and everything, and she turns around and smiles at me. I turn bright red and try to hide. You can't really hide in a bus seat.
No, but you sure as hell tried.
I know. I tried, trust me.
It was a good attempt.
Yeah, and I got really curious. I was curious of who this person was, because I'd never seen her before. And come to find out, me and her had a mutual friend, and I went to her and I was like, do you know who this so-and-so is, or who this, the person that wears this big gray sweater and everything, and never knew the name, but I was like, well, do you know who this is? She wears a huge gray sweater, this big blue bag that looks really heavy, and all this other fun stuff. Well, come to find out she did. She's like, oh, well, that's my friend Shell. And I was like, you know her? And she's like, yeah. So she told me about her a little bit, saying that she's quiet, she's not really talkative, she's I don't know how to say it. What do people call you in school? The freak show that needs to be left alone or something like that?
They called me a lot of things, but most of all, it was pretty much the people that knew me from years ago. They would always say, don't mess with her, she'll beat the crap out of you, just leave her alone.
The freak.
Yeah, pretty much that.
The freak.
I looked normal and everything.
Well, I didn't know what I was going to get myself into. And then her friend, our friend was like, well, you guys should meet, because y'all should meet. Just meet. And I was like, okay. So one day she drug me over to a table where she was sitting and then forced us to sit down and talk. So it was a little awkward. I can tell you that. It's like blind dating. Already? I talked that long?
Keep going, it's all good.
Okay, yeah, well. Long story short, we became good friends. I should have stayed the night out about a month or two after being good friends, and then we watched The Night Before Christmas. Well, when the part where at the end of the movie, when Sally and Jack, that's his name, they kiss.
Yeah, of course she's going to forget his name when he's right there.
Yeah, well, when they kissed, she kissed me. Utter shock. Shocked me half to death. I was like, I was just kissed by a girl. Okay. Well, later on that night, I asked her out. Well, I started dating her, and
I'll let her finish. Alright, so hi. I'm the notorious Shell from wherever you may have known me from or not. Well, let's see. My coming out story, I have a lot of them. Because I never really quit coming out to people at all. I don't think you ever do. So, I'll start from when I first came out. I was 13 years old. I had known my entire life that I liked girls and not guys. Well, I grew up in a very religious family. Hell, my great-grandmother was a Pentecostal minister. Of course, being homosexual is a big no-no. So, I came out to my online friends, and it felt really good too because they stuck with me. And as a matter of fact, I still have a lot of those friends left. When I moved up into like high school, I came up to my friends in my sophomore year of high school. I came up to my friends my sophomore year, and each and every one of them from 5th grade left. They completely kicked me to the curb, so I had absolutely nobody except for a mutual friend of Pixzi's and mine. Now, this particular friend was definitely a lot shorter than I was, goofy to high heaven, and just utterly insane, I think. But her insanity brought us both good luck. Because she told me, at the same time she was telling this person, that we should meet the same day. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I'm not really the friend-making type. Needless to say, she drug me to the table and made me sit down. Then all of a sudden I see her dragging somebody else to the table. I pulled my hoodie up and tried to hide. That didn't work. She pulled my hoodie off. So we started talking, became friends, and then when she asked me to stay the night, I was panicking because I had known that I had liked her from pretty much the first time I'd seen her, which was my freshman year of high school. Well, that night, yes, I did kiss her. I hid in the corner. At that time, I had long hair, and as I was hiding in the corner, I was hiding my face with my hair. When she asked me out, I was shocked. I was like, are you serious? You, of all people, want to date somebody like me? Needless to say, yeah, it happened. We started dating. And while we were dating, my aunt, who I came out to when I was 14, told my mom at 15, and I had to deal with my mom. Not very fun. At 15, she kicked me out for being a lesbian and took me to my aunt's house, and my aunt decided it would be best if I went to go with my grandma. Never did tell my grandma until I was until I was 18, and that didn't go so well. We were really close, and then we quit talking for about 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks came around, and I called her. Now, everything was okay, it's just my relationship with my grandpa is not where it should be again. But if you guys ever need help with anything, you've heard both of our short coming out stories. If you want to get answers or help with anything, feel free to comment or comment with a video. You know, whatever it is that we can do to help you, we'll do.
Well, we'll answer any questions you need.
Anyway, I wish you guys a great evening or a great afternoon or day or morning, whichever it is that you guys are previously viewing this video.
Well, hope you like the video. This is my first time. Bye!